getting away with it.
So why are people forced to pay? Contact 6's Katrina Cravey tracks down 3 of the 6 biggest offenders.
These are the top 100. I'm looking for James Douglas or Jimmy D. Delinquent businesses and people who owe more than a combined $88 million. You filed Chapter 11 when? To the state of Wisconsin. The Department of Revenue uses this online list to out Wisconsin's most delinquent taxpayers. Names, addresses, and how much they owe. It's constantly changing, but its focus is always the same. Shame people into paying their fair share. That's why Contact 6 wants to find the top 6 individual tax dodgers in our area.
I just want to know why you're not paying your taxes, sir.
Who are these people? Well, number 6 on our list, Mike Toursky, owner of CarMagazine.com, owes a little less than $1 million. My producer, Josh, found him at this East Side Milwaukee office.
Hey, Mike. Josh Quinn with Fox 6 News. Can we talk to you about your tax problems?
Number 5, James Douglas. He owned Jimmy D's Steakhouse, now owes about $1.2 million in taxes. At different times, Contact 6 went to his listed address in Wauwatosa, but was told through a window he didn't live there anymore, even though court documents list this as his address and even list his name alongside the company name of the truck that we found parked in the drive. Number 4 is William Foley, creator of the original Suburbia Sandwich Shop, now owing close to $1.3 million. You filed Chapter 11 when? In '81. He tells me times are better now and the state mistakenly charged him taxes he doesn't think he owes. And over the years, it's added up. Number 3, Charles Monfree. This is a mugshot from years ago for disorderly conduct. Now he's on the delinquent list, owing $1.3 million. Josh caught up with him in Waukesha.
Chuck Monfree. How you doing, Chuck?
Though he denied being Charles Monfree, his neighbors confirm it's Chuck. Number 2, Mark Borski. The state says he's the owner of a now dissolved company called Design Incorporated. Today he's on the hook for $1.8 million. And no answer at his apartment off Teutonia Avenue. And the number 1 most delinquent taxpayer in the state wasn't hard to find at all. Malini Shapley, a former employee at the Department of Commerce who owes nearly $2.7 million. She's doing 16 years behind bars for stealing from the state and securing phony loans from banks. So how is it possible for people to rack up millions of dollars in back taxes without being held accountable? Well, a former director for the Department of Revenue says simply the state isn't doing enough. He says the department needs more resources and more investigators.
It's gone downhill greatly over the last 10 years, and it's costing the state at least a couple of $100 million every year.
Dennis Collier says for every dollar the state would spend, it would get at least $8 back. But the department's top collector, Secretary Rick Chandler, says it's not that easy.
We know there are some cases where taxpayers are using the legal process to resist our efforts.
Chandler cannot legally talk about individual taxpayers, but generally he says some hide their assets, others just run and leave the state, and believe it or not, some declare bankruptcy, which protects them.
That's frustrating to us just as it is to their neighbors, and so we'll continue to use every tool we have and hope that we can eventually get them to pay what they owe.
Until then, the list persists, serving as a reminder of those who either can't or won't pay up. I'm Katrina Cravey, Contact 6.
See the entire list of the top 100 most delinquent offenders, and to read more about the state's collection efforts, go to the Contact 6 page of our website, fox6now.com.
We had that gorgeous sun today.
Gorgeous sun today, absolutely delightful out there.
Yeah.
You know, but we need it this week.